Parents of toddlers trying to see a speech pathologist could be waiting a long time. That's because those experts in communication have months of long waiting lists. So we wanted to dig deeper into this as Local 5's Khalil Maycock joins us now. Khalil, you spoke with them. Did they tell you what's causing this long wait to happen? Good morning.
Good morning, Jackie. And one speech pathologist who works at Mercy One says babies during the early days of the pandemic didn't get as much socialization as they needed, which is now impacting their oral skills.
Yeah, let's go.
Katie Price and her 2-year-old son are making their way to the top of the steps.
All right, you ready?
To gain momentum to come down this giant slide.
Woo!
Her son wants to go again. The only way you'd know. That grunting noise is one of the ways her 2-year-old mostly communicates, and a huge departure from her oldest, who she says was saying more at that age.
He was meeting pretty much all of the developmental milestones. Aside from not talking, he would be trying to communicate, but he couldn't really form words.
This concerned her, so she brought it up during a doctor's visit.
They did say that he needed speech therapy.
Now we're seeing a huge increase in 2-year-olds or 1.5-year-olds, 3-year-olds that we just kind of missed out on getting them in that early intervention time.
Sydney Brotherton, a speech pathologist at Mercy One, says toddlers like Price's are filling their waiting lists, making it 5 months before appointments open. She says the pandemic decreased pivotal interactions like play dates kids needed, leading to these problems which could have serious consequences.
That can definitely affect their learning in school and their social skills.
Brotherton says some tips to help solve this are have your kid evaluated by a speech pathologist to potentially start therapy, make more play dates, and take your kids out in public more. Price's kid has started seeing a speech pathologist, and that has helped increase his vocabulary. Price says he has a ways to go, but she's glad she spoke up when she thought something was wrong.
Trust your gut. If you feel like something isn't right, then ask.
Now, Brotherton says if you think your child has a speech problem, it is best to get them tested as soon as possible.
Which makes a lot of sense. Working in the communication field, we know how important that is to be able to communicate. But if you are on a 5-month waiting list, or I know you mentioned get the kids out, get them interactive with other individuals, and I know the pandemic had a lot to play in this, but what can parents at home do in the meantime if they are put on a waiting list?
She said if you are put on that waiting list, there is a website that's at the bottom of your screen, and she said if you contact them, they can sometimes come out to the home and help those kids, and she said sometimes that's a faster way to get speech help than going through, private sectors.
Getting it started a little bit sooner so you don't have to wait quite so long. Khalil, unbelievable situation here. Thank you for shining a highlight on